That's one. Small blue monster. Yeah.
So how long are you guys doing this?
For about 2 hours-ish. Yeah. So you had a long line? Yes, because of us, eh?
I know.
We're back, guys.
I'm a huge fan. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And a nice jersey too, Lizzo. Lizzo, beast.
Are you a hockey player?
You're doing Little King.
Yeah? Oh, nice. I think I'll send my kid there too. How old are you? 6? Yeah, mine just turning 5 years old too, so we'll see you guys there.
I play hockey too, and
You play hockey too, nice.
The
question?
Like,
Loud.
how do you like deal with like anger or like frustration when you lose games?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm still struggling with that. I mean, it's tough. Here we go. It's tough. I mean, it's good to be angry and stuff because you're competitive, you want to win. But, when you maybe get home, you kind of let it go. I know it's hard, but you should maybe trust the process, be happy, and tomorrow is a new day. You should see it like that. Every day is a new opportunity, but you are still young. You will get there.
This happens to so many good teams that they have a little thing in the middle of the season. They're not playing bad, but right now I think their confidence is a little bit off.
Obviously, any fan watching can see it's not clicking. The losses are piling up. The fans are upset, but I'm sure management, coaches, players all feel the same way.
It's just one of those things where it continues to go bad, and all those little things are adding up right now against the Kings.
Biggest news of the day, the Kings have decided to fire their coach, Todd McClellan.
After a strong start to the season, the Kings have only won 5 of their last 20 games, dropping to 4th place in the Pacific Division standings.
And I think it's them trying to just jumpstart this group because it is a good hockey team that should be able to make some noise in the playoff.
Oh, right there.
Just to kind of go off the statement that we released a couple days ago, obviously we moved forward with relieving Todd of his head coaching duties. In the meantime, Jim Hiller was moved to interim for the remainder of the season to take over and to guide this team. This was done in an effort to correct the way we have played of late, our offense, our defense, our overall game.
So at the start of the month, the team's play didn't feel all that off. There were a lot of 1-goal losses, a lot of overtime losses, but the biggest thing was that when the Kings were winning, a 2-goal lead always became a 3-goal lead.
Moore hands it off, Spence into deep center, shot, score! Drops it off Fiala, across, picked up by Roy, shoots and scores! 2-0 LA.
When the losing streak kind of began, 2-goal leads were becoming 1-goal leads, becoming tie games, becoming overtime losses. And they just couldn't get over that hump of not just protecting a lead, but expanding it.
Puck out to the blue line and picked up. Chance to win it. Score!
It was really difficult to tell what was different because a lot of the internal analytic numbers were not that far off. There wasn't a huge drop-off. And then I would say the last 7 or 8 games of the slide, that's when some numbers really started to drop off. The Kings in some of those categories went from second best to second worst. So it wasn't like they were top to middle, it was top to bottom. The weird thing was, the penalty kill's been strong all year. And during the slide, actually, the power play was starting to get a little bit more productive. And normally, when you win the special teams battle, you have a really good chance of winning the game.
You knew they had it in them to win consistently because they showed us that earlier on. But I think as the downturn continued, and it just wasn't in one area. It was offense, defense, goaltending.
Here's a breakaway. So a disappointing homestand for the Kings. Only one win in 4 games.
Just so many things are going on in your head, and you're spinning and you're spinning, and you're trying to get out of that downward spiral, but it continues to be negative. So you say the only way to get out of this is change.
When did it change for you? Was it we're surmising maybe the San Jose and Buffalo games?
Yes. I go back before that 41 game mark. We went on that trip to out to Florida, Tampa, and different things. Played games, had leads, given them up close games. You know, Dallas didn't think we were in that game. End of a trip and different things. Came home, Nashville, San Jose, I believe. Didn't like the direction it was going back into the road, on the road into Colorado, and obviously St. Louis, and finished with Nashville. Nashville, we got the win, but we did not play well.
Sometimes you watch a team play, and afterwards you say to yourself, the team is playing like they're waiting for the coach to be changed. I didn't get that sense this year with the Kings with Todd McClellan. But as we all know, you're limited in what you can do to shake things up. And I think by making a change, what it does, it gets everybody to reboot, to refocus.
It's not that the effort wasn't there. I think we're working hard still. It's just, I don't know. I think maybe it was meant to be. Sometimes it's you get a storm and it's just to clear the path. And I think, in my opinion, I want to see it that way. So it brings some good things.
In making the change right after the 9-day break began, February 2nd, I think it was, so the Kings had that full week to kind of absorb what had just happened.
For the first time in 6 weeks, the guys could take their minds off the game, because when you lose and you lose and you lose, it consumes your life when you're an NHL player. Like, you're going home, you're thinking about what went wrong or what needs to get better. But having like a full week to just get away, get your mind off the game, reset while also recharging your body, considering how the Kings were playing going into that break, I think was massive.
First Friday of February, we welcome you to the 2024 NHL All-Star Skills Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto. And everywhere you look, a superstar to be found.
I always said I wanted to play long enough where they'd actually remember and appreciate kind of how cool it is to see what Dad does, and to see them walk around the room and kind of be starstruck a little bit and get all those autographs and stuff like that was fun for me to be a part of, but fun to see as a dad as well.
In the first 2 to 3 months of the year, you look at Talbot as a potential Vezina guy. Like, his numbers were elite. They were some of the best in the NHL. As the team's play dropped, the goalies weren't immune to that. So I think that the All-Star nod was really well deserved, because this was one of the top 3 goalies in the league in 2023.
Knows how to put on a show.
Talbot.
You gonna do the honors?
Yeah. You good.
Go for it, go for it, go for it.
All right, Cam Talbot.
Let's go, Cameron. There he is, a homecoming for Cam Talbot, a second All-Star game for the Kings goalie.
What's up, Chris? We had you. Huh? We had you. Did you? Yeah. Nice, boys. Thank you. What's up, boys?
It feels amazing. I mean, at 34 to get my first All-Star game, I thought that was never going to happen. And to be back here 2 years later at 36 years old, I mean, this doesn't happen every day. I'm just looking forward to taking it all in.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Oh, nice. First one of my own jerseys I've signed today.
I have you on my fantasy team.
Oh, well, thanks for drafting me. I promise I'll do better in the second half for you. Big Kings fan, huh? Not many of them here, so nice to see a friendly face.
To see him get the reward, being able to play in front of friends and family. He's a guy who's older in his career. There's no game next year. This could be the last time he gets a moment like that. So that was really special.
Rebound control doesn't matter today, Yeah, doesn't matter.
And from the Los Angeles Kings, Cam Talbot.
And we have William Nylander. We're gonna have you pick your goalie. So who do you like? You've been thinking about it.
I'm just gonna go with Cam Talbot. He's standing right in front of me, so I think that's what I'm picking.
Let's go. Which end? This end?
All right, the local boy, Cam Talbot's ready to take the net against William Nylander. Good luck.
Big save by Talbot. 30 seconds left. Oh, man, Talbot looks good. 911 save percentage for Talbot. Now Nylander can finish this. Oh! In honor of Peter Forsberg, he ends with the postage stamp Olympic goal.
What's up, man? What's up, buddy?
You made some unbelievable saves.
Thanks, bro.
That guy is so nasty.
So nasty.
My season has been kind of up and then down lately, but you know, when you come to an event like this, you realize that you were voted in here for a reason, and you can like hang your hat on that. So it gives me a lot of confidence moving forward, and to know that you know, I had a pretty good showing here for the amount of time that I was here. So it's definitely something that I can build off of. But again, it's we got a lot of work to do when we get back, so I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Coach. New for me, not for you guys. The most important thing for me, and I know people probably are saying, what are the tactics and these things that are going to change? The most important thing for me after being around the team, which played very well for the first 24 games of the season, is just getting our frame of mind back where it needs to be. If we can help those guys get back there, we'll have time to implement some other types of changes that eventually you guys will say, hey, maybe they're doing something different, maybe they're not, who knows? But the priority now is the mindset.
It felt like, you know, maybe a couple days into the break, it was like one of the first times I wasn't thinking about hockey, you know. No matter where you went, no matter where it was, I was always thinking about, you know, what can we do different? What's the problem here? Why aren't we winning? Things like that. So it was finally good to get hockey off my mind for a few days, and I'm sure you guys were watching practice, but we had unbelievable energy in practice today. Everyone's excited to be back here.
We're in a serious business because you got to win or lose, and there's lots riding on the line for everybody. Through that, you can get too tight, and we all feel better, I think, when we're loose, when we're in that, you know, I call it the flow state.
He said when he was hired, he can't change a lot of things mid-season. He knew what was working, what wasn't working, because he was here for a year and a half. He knew the players that he had, what they were capable of, and hopefully, big picture is he can draw the best out of each one of them.
And tonight, with a new look behind the bench, the Kings prepare to get back to work after a 9-day layoff as they host the hottest team in the NHL. It's the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers.
We need to get back to believing how good of a team we can be when we're doing the right things. We're a strong group. We're really close off the ice together. We're really close on the ice. And if we start believing in each other the way we did at the start, I think a lot of things will change, and we'll get back to playing the way we were at the beginning of the year.
Kings still in the power play. Fresh legs are out. Moore, Deneau, Laferriere, Dubois, and Spence. Here's Dubois, right circle shot.
This team was one of the best teams in the NHL for the first 30 games. We had a little dip there, and you know, we're going to come out of it rested here, tweak a couple things here and there, but we don't have to, you know, do a complete overhaul. We're not changing everything.
I don't know how quick they can get their heads back together and back feeling confident and all that stuff. We know sometimes the only way to do that is go out there and earn it through a work ethic. And if we do that, we get rewarded. I don't think it takes long to get your confidence back.
Here's Byfield across. Lewis scores! 2-0 LA.
Confidence is a funny word, but I think the bottom line is, I think if the players focus on what they can bring, what their strengths are, if they can bring that night after night, they will in turn be productive.
In center shot. Save off Perry. Rebound. Save off Kane. Big saves. Dave. To Byfield. Now up high Roy. Across Gavrikov. A shot. Bad save. Rebound. Score! Quinton Byfield. Kempe to Kopitar with Byfield. Kopitar to Byfield. To Kopitar to Byfield. Score! Wasn't pretty, but it'll count. 4-0 thing shutout win. Riddick's first shutout as a King, 5th of his career, and Jim Hiller as coaching win number 1 as the Kings bench boss.
I would bring it back to the first practice. They skated. Then we had the second practice, and it wasn't as much skating. It was a little more physical. They worked. And so as soon as the puck dropped for me tonight, they just carried on. So I think it's been a continuation from the first day they got back, and they made a decision that, you know what, it's time to get moving again.
Was there a specific message from the new coach that was totally different?
I'm a goalie. I still have the same coach.
But in the room, overall?
I mean, we knew we don't want to change much. We just adjust small things what Jimmy felt we need to change.
Did you get the puck for the shutout, or does that go to the coach for his first win?
It went to coach, obviously. I don't know how, but somehow I got a couple shutouts already. So it was more important to give it to him.
When you sign David Rittich, he brings kind of like a different energy to the group. Cam Talbot, a very calm and measured guy. Rittich's a little bit of a character. Like, he's got a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. And I think he brings something a little bit different to the room. They're both important in their own way.
Huge concern coming into the season, Kings goaltending. It was great at the beginning, and with the drop-off, the goaltending numbers dropped off too.
Start at a consistent depth. Whatever you want your breakaway depth to be, that's where I want you guys to go. You're going to take 2 steps, 1, 2, and then you're going to get to neutral. Once you're in neutral, I'm going to point to one side or the other, spot that puck, slide to it, and then right back out.
I think David just provides something that is respected because he's been around for a while.
Good. You're flying.
For me, it goes back to October, when he was arguably the team's best goalie, statistically speaking, in camp. He somehow gets through waivers, and then the Kings are now prepared for when there is an injury. Really unfortunate to a guy like Copley, who's earned what he had. Organizationally, you're prepared, and you have a guy who is more than capable of filling that role.
Oh my God. Ouch. I get you. That's a goalie coach shot? Right to my hat? I hit your head? Yeah. I was aiming for your neck. Oh yeah, good, thanks.
But when you're coming up, sometimes it's easy to just fade into the background, but Rittich's not that guy. Like, he comes right in, makes his presence known, and then he gets in the net, and he pretty much just wins.
Heads up.
When he's doing that, when Talbot's playing the way that he's played over these last couple of starts.
All right, boy, come around. Hey, old school, baby.
And you have your goalies who are cleaning up mistakes when the guys in front of them make them. That's how you win games.
That's yours, Jim. Slide in there.
Holy smokes. What a production.
When you were named the head coach of the LA Kings, you talked about the priority being getting the headspace right. How do you know when you've done it? I mean, what's step one to get a team's headspace?
No, that's a good question. You know, what part is it versus the head versus the strategy? The most important, let's back it up before either of those two things and go into the locker room. That's the most important. That's Trump's strategy and head, because that's the heart and the spirit of the team. Do you feel the spirit of the team growing? It's easy to grow when you're winning, when you get the results. I think we feel like we've gotten closer to our identity, which I talked about, which was our goal, you know, out of the gate when we got off our break. But I don't think we're there yet, but we're feeling better about that. And once you do that, we know that when we play that style of game, we're gonna have success.
And cleared down by Kopitar. Picked up. Kempe in on goal and chance. Save. Score! On the rebound!
We've seen a team, I don't know if it's recommit, refocus, but start to do the things well they did earlier in the year.
Big rebound. Score! Quinton Byfield! Quinton Byfield's power play goal in the third period is the game winner here tonight.
Because the coaching change didn't bring this whole new system, this whole new identity, this whole new structure. It's the same stuff, but the Kings are now executing it at the level they were earlier in the year.
feel like now, okay, we trust each other again. We can beat anybody. Doesn't mean we're going to get the result, but we feel good about our game, and we know that if we play it together, we can beat anybody.
Deneau with a takeaway. Out of the box is Brant Clark. He's got a breakaway. To the backhand, forehand, scores! The Kings win it in overtime, and LA comes from behind a couple of times in this game.
1 week ago, there were people writing this team off. Where are we at now? Where are we at now? Let's go.
There's one thing that can build or maintain confidence is, hey guys, we did it. Here it is. Here's the proof. In the back of their mind, they did it before. So having done it before, you can be confident you'll do it again.
You know, these next few months are going to be huge. You know, it's a playoff race that's going to start pretty soon. You know, you want to finish the season strong.
Coming down the home stretch here, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Those are going to be playoff-style games, and we know what we have in here, and we know we can keep climbing the standings and get back on track.
One man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quinton Byfield!
I usually break up the season into 3 parts: the regular season, the playoff push, and the playoffs. From this point going forward, it's going to be playoff hockey.
Fiala gets it back to the net. Can he shoot?